All right, so this is that lower back stretch. So what we want to do is essentially lengthen out the tension on the QL muscles, on the posterior lumbar muscles there. All right, we're going to use a very heavy band anchored to a pretty sturdy vertical post. So it could be a squat rack, as I have such. You could also just put it on a vertical rack. All right, what we want to do is we want to grip both hands into the neutral position. So palms facing in. All right, thumbs up on top. I want to walk back and take out as much of that tension as I can. And so this is where, if we have that proximal stability, so think proximal with center of the core, right, the back muscles of the core, if they're stable and we can anchor back, it can bring our heels close together and our knees in close together. All right, I want to be able to keep the chest up. I want to be able to slide into a deep squat where the relative angle of the posture stays consistent, the heels, or the butt comes close to the heels, right? And we're still keeping those knees in. Eventually I'll hit a range where the knees won't let me sit any deeper. Now my goal is to get that butt down to the floor, but I don't want to lean back and change the angle of the shins. So I want those shins to be mostly vertical, right, over the center of the foot. What we're going to do as we reach the bottom here is I want you to do a slow exhale where you're going to basically squeeze out the air through the lower abdomen, and I want you to keep pressing it out, and you're going to let the hips sink as you exhale. So take that pressure. And we're going to let the rib cage rotate forward over, right? So the upper rib cage is pivoting over the knees. As I depress more air out, I sit deeper and deeper to the floor. As I can't get any more exhale out, I'll come up a little bit, inhale, elevate the rib cage, sink the hips, and press out. And so we're just going to get some repeated behaviors of that, of exhaling and tucking down that rib cage. And really doing your best to try to get those hips to sink to the floor. Let that lower back round. So this may take 6 to 8 reps over about 2 minutes. All right, but you want that exhale to be a few seconds long. So if you do that correctly, and you've got about 2 minutes worth, and you allow your breath work to sort of help and alleviate the tension on the lower back muscles, you come back in your assessment position, you got the heels in close, your butt is on there, you take the hands, you tuck down, and you keep contact with the back of your hip bones on your heels, and you're able to place those elbows right in front of the knees, flat down. That gives us adequate mobility in that lower back, which provides stability for the hip, okay? Frees up the distal mobility in the knees and the ankles. So it's a little cool trick, all right, to help you get some mobility so your squat form can get deeper and to provide a little bit of relief in the back muscles, okay?